Hello and welcome to another video from Miniature Tanks Company. In this video, we're going to be assembling this large airplane kit. This is the most produced plane of World War II, and I think ever, or something. You'll have to look it up, but yeah. So it comes in many parts. There's two options. One with the wheels up for the flying position, one with the wheels down. We'll be doing the one with the wheels down, so these parts will not be used, but I'll put them to the side for now. Another configuration that comes with this kit is that the back bay has a cargo door or a passenger door. This always has that passenger door there, but then this one has that door, or the cargo door. So yeah, for this one, we'll probably not be doing the cargo door for the purpose of this video, just doing that regular version. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this kit going. So first of all, I'm going to do some of the obvious pieces here. First of all, I'll be doing all the sprue cuts just to make sure everything looks nice. We'll be gluing this kit together. So the first step, I'm just gonna put some glue like that. And then, here we go. Oh, you can use the table to help guide that piece together. The reason why I say use the table, because this part of this piece is nice and flat, so that is helpful. Alright, so you got that piece done now. The next part of this piece to be made is, or glued, I should say. So just go ahead and we'll start placing some glue down like that. Let's go ahead and put that piece into place. Alright. Just kind of eyeballing it to make sure that it gets there nicely. 90-degree angle, you know. Alright. So that back part of this plane is actually kind of done, so you can set that aside. Now for this fuselage part of this plane, take this support plastic. We're going to remove that from there. Alright, let's try to get that a little better here. I'm working with the HO scale version of this plane, but this can be through Miniature Tanks Company, available at miniaturetanks.com. It can be purchased in many scales. So we're just removing that piece that's not needed. Alright, so next, I believe, is this. But it's always good to test fit and compare it to photos and stuff. Alright, so here's this piece. This will be used, and like I said, if you're making the version where it's in flight, I believe, then you want to use this one with the wheels up. And that's all one piece. But if you're making the version where it's on the ground, and that's the one I'll be doing, we'll use these pieces. There you go. Well, so you can see how that goes. I use the table to help guide these pieces in because there's a bunch of flat surfaces on these pieces. So let's go ahead and do the other side. Putting some glue down. Flat piece on the table, flat piece on the table. Guiding it in there. Using that and that. Flat pieces everywhere. So that was easy to put. Very good. Now you can see where this piece will go. At least I'm pretty sure. Let's see. They're going the wrong way. There you go. See, it's always good to test fit, make sure the pieces have a good place to go. So it's easy to know that these pieces will be glued together. So just put a triple glue down there. All right. Of course, if you wish, you can use clamps or whatever. So there's that piece. Let's just confirm these things. And then, yes, okay. Test fitting the pieces. That's always a good idea. And there you go. So let's go ahead and glue this together. So first of all, just put a glue down like that. I'm just using this Loctite glue. You can use whatever glue you wish. I'm just using my fingers to make sure that it's going in the correct position. When I say I'm using my fingers, I'm just feeling the edges, kind of putting it in position. Let's get the next portion of that there. This is the main part of the plane. There you go. Very good. Now this is where this part of the plane can go all together. So for that, go ahead. You'll need some glue there. And then maybe a little glue on these edges here just to help. All right. Now that this piece is there, carefully make sure the other side is gluing down in the correct position too. Sometimes it can move around. Let's get this in the correct position. There we go. Perfect. That's looking good. So as you can see, this is HO scale in my hands, but it's still pretty large. It's a large plane. Of course, what's next? Hey, let's go ahead and do that. So just put a bunch of glue there, and just put this piece there. And next, the other side. All right, so this is how it's looking so far. So continuing on with the gluing process. So for this, let's put a bunch of glue here and there. And then here is this piece that goes under the plane here. That's where that goes. So I'm just observing to make sure that went in the correct position. Since we're not using these guys, I'm gonna use them to prop up this portion of the plane. Now, as I told you, I'll probably be using the passenger version or gluing together the passenger version of this one for this kit, this video. But to restate, there is this cargo door, and here is that cargo door, along with this passenger door actually as well. But the other portion of this cargo door, if you just clip off the sprues here, and then there's these little pieces that hold it together. You can sand that down and stuff. Yeah, for this cargo door, you would glue it together like this and put it in there like that, I believe. Anyhow, that's those pieces. Here is this little passenger door. I'm going to clean up the screws on that real quick. All this can be sanded down as well later. Alright, so this piece should be glued down pretty well by now. So let's get this piece in place. Pretty much what you want to do, put a bunch of glue on the edges here. And then glue here. We're welding this plane together in a way. There you go. That piece went down pretty well. Next, there's these pieces. And by the way, here, more sprues to cut. Let's go ahead and cut all these. Alright. Bunch of sprues here. Just clipping that away. You can sand it down if you wish, etc. More passenger doors and stuff. Yeah, actually, here's that door right there. It kind of just goes in there. You can decide to glue that on or not, whatever you want to do. And then here's this door. Let's see if that just kind of goes in there as well. We'll probably have to glue that a little better. Or even careful with these, but take an X-Acto knife, get the parts that were there shaved away. Careful with the X-Acto knife. But anyways, then there's this door. Let's see if we can place that in there now. Yeah. If you can't place it perfectly, then we'll just have to glue it. That's probably what we'll do. We can do that later though. Now, continuing on, there's these two pieces. That piece goes there, and then, or this piece. Now, the only difference is there's this little hatch here. You can decide, look at historical pictures, and figure out which version you want to have. So, I'll put that back in those parts, you know, the cargo door area and that other piece. So I'm just gonna put some glue here, some glue along the edges there. Let's get this piece in place here. There you go. Now it's starting to look like a plane. While that back stuff is gluing, I think we can go ahead and do the simple process of gluing this big front on. Now with this, be careful to make sure it's going to get in the correct position. You can always use your fingers to feel around, make sure it's going down well. I think that went down pretty well. Alright, so all of this is getting glued down pretty solid. You can decide to glue this on now if you wish. I suppose we should. Now this can be tricky. Just put glue along all the edges here. I'll use these as props again. Like I said, this part will be a little tricky. It's a heavy piece, hard to get in there. And the best part probably actually will be to prop it up like this. I will get the camera up there as soon as I can. Sorry that you can't see this part, but just trying to get that there while the glue is still going. Alright, so now I'll get the camera up there. Alright, so moving the camera up, you can see how I put this top piece by gravity, just holding this whole plane up. This top piece can be glued in there better. Top piece. Actually, This would be the back wings. All right. Let's see if we can bring it down without it falling off. Let's see if that glue has dried or not, or what's going on. There you go. So that's all glued together nicely. As you can see, this is becoming a fairly large piece. It's a HO scale plane. There's the size of the person right there, the doer. It's large. Okay, next. Good. Either work on the wings or the fuselage. So there's two parts for this fuselage. This is the one we'll be getting. And just kind of break it like that. We'll clean up all these pieces. Could sand them down too, if you wished. Alright, so there's that piece. Next, let's clean up this, the screws and all that stuff. And then this piece. Alright, other little plastic bits. I suppose the easiest to figure out will be this one, as you can see. Now, one thing that you could do is you could glue all of these top pieces together into one part, you know what I mean, and then you don't actually keep it. There we go, let's get this front one placed. So you could do that. You could glue all those top there, and then you could leave it removable, have the playable interior. But for the purposes of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and glue this all together. So there's that piece. The first piece to go down. Yeah, and this plane is definitely curvy, as you might say. Now I'm putting it here because if you notice these little, they will be evenly spaced in that way. So get some of these pieces glued down. All right. Let's try to fit this piece in there. I think, yeah, that'll fit well. Let's just get a little glue there and then just glue along these edges here. Of course, so be careful. Get this glued into place. Oh, it's hard to do this actually. Operation failed. Let's put just a little more glue there. There you go. Okay. Oh, of course it's not. Alright, just looking at it from different angles. Okay, so what's important to note with this plane is you can sand pieces down if you wish to get even better fits. Yeah. All right, so this main portion of the fuselage is done. Like I said, these pieces won't be used. These pieces won't be used. Let's just have some little door here. Let's go ahead and get that little door in there. Try to get this. There we go. If it goes in a good way, try to keep it there. There's that little door. Now, this is the top roof section if you had the cargo bay. That goes back to more of the extra pieces. While those pieces of this plane are drying, let's go ahead and get these wheels done. Okay. Just putting a dab of glue on that. There you go. All right, so we're on the final stages of this plane's assembly. So let's go ahead and get these sprues cut. All right, and there's these little things that connect them together. You can go ahead and clip them away and sand them down. So if you're painting this, sanding it down will get rid of those little things. Okay, so now just gotta pay attention which part of the wings go where. Good to always test fit, by the way. So see how when I test fit this side, it just doesn't seem to work well, but when I test fit it on this side, it goes down pretty well. Just confirm. See, didn't work. So that's how it goes. Let's go ahead and get that glued down. All right. Now, let's get the other side. There you go. There's those portion of those wings. Now, as I said about test fitting, see how that just doesn't work, and the aerodynamics of the wing, of course. So that's where that portion of that wing will go. So just get some glue in there. Now, this is off camera, but I'm just seeing, there we go. Big wings, by the way. And this is true to scale. So HO scale, gonna have this big of a plane. As evidenced by the size of the windows and the doors. And if you put a HO scale person there, that's what you'll see. So officially, we're getting to the point where it's almost done. Now we have these little pieces to do that can be slightly more complicated. So the first step is clipping away the sprues. Alright, so continuing on with the assembly of this, just gets these sprue cuts cut away. Alright, so now we're gonna flip this on this side so we can see what we're doing. This one, Here we go. So first of all, here's this. Just put a little glue there and just put it there. And then let's go ahead and put this in place. There we go. Now, the next one. All right. There you have it. Now, so take and put glue there, there, and there. Then go ahead and put that down there. Oops. So we got to get that in there somewhere, somehow. If it can just stay. If you have some sort of instant bonding glue, that would be great for this one. Just put some glue here, here, and here. There you go. So you can see how that worked. Next you will see what we need to do. Put some glue there, there, there. And I'm going to go ahead and put the glue here as well while we're at it. Okay, then we have take some tweezers for this because this looks like more delicate. Or not, whatever. There you go. Now let's try to do that for the other side. There you go. So officially, we have those glued down. Up next, you can take and put these wheels down there. So take some glue, add it like that. Then let's put a wheel on that side. Let's just see how that looks. Making sure that it's kind of going down straight. There you go. Now, the actual last but not least thing to do for this model. There you go. Put these propellers on. I think I might even them out like that. Why not? there you have it. So here's the complete kit. And remember all the options that I explained to you, all those extra pieces. This all comes in the kit. Available at miniaturetanks.com. Thank you so much for watching.